Baby doll chocolate cookie. Check this out. So we're going to do a cute little coin flip experiment, me and you. So think about this. If you guessed heads and then I flip a coin and we get heads, did you predict the future? No, you didn't. You are a scrumptious, yummy chocolate cookie, but you did not predict the future. You just got it right. The odds are still 50-50. So I implore you, think about this for the crypto markets. Think about this. When you see a hot new coin popping off, Pepe's now 150,000x. Think about this. Did someone predict the future? Or did a price just so happen to move in the direction in the next 24, 72 hours and for them to be right? This is how you have to think about your life going forward, especially when you're putting your hard-earned money in crypto and you're rotating around. Don't forget this. Meme coins, they popped off and they're hot. But other coins are still down from their top. So this can flip too. Don't forget this. You are going to see the winners of coin pickers, trades, investments, ideas. You're going to see new people pop up every 30 to 60 days. How do I know this? It's what's been happening to me. I hang around here. I smell around. I sniff every single room I can. Everyone tells me to get out, put some clothes on. Doesn't matter. It's a new person every time. Every single time. I'm thinking back now to like 2020 and I'm like, wow. No, 2019 even. I'm like, oh, wow. It's literally a new person. New person, new face, new accent, new style, new indicators, new coin, new approach every single time. Every single time. But you might be thinking, wait a minute. What about you, my friend Somi? And I say, I'm going to bring this up for you one more time. I have to keep bringing this up to you. You're not going to see this. You won't appreciate this until a few years from now. I'll let you know this. It is very rare to find someone like me who does a strategy, who works at it, refines it, the strategy's right, and I can literally just walk away and go, not going to work next time. Very rare. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. You know why you're not going to find it? Because most of the people who you would use to report on this, unfortunately, they disappear. That breaks my heart. But that's just how it is. They disappear. They become the ghosts. They don't survive. So this is what you call survivorship bias. This is not normal though. Life comes down, especially in markets, to a few moments. Some razor thin moments. Have you heard of an alien called Vitalik? Created Ethereum, a popular blockchain in crypto. You want to know an interesting story? Baby doll Vitalik, he was speaking English and he had some interview. And now I'm a peanut brain, so I've got to translate it in peanut speech. He was in an interview and they were talking about Ethereum scaling. This was years ago. And they basically said to him, like, do you have any regrets? Would you change anything? And Vitalik, he has a heart-to-heart moment. And he basically says, he goes, I've got a couple of regrets, actually. He said, if I could go back in time, I can't believe that a few lines of code and a few decisions made us have the speed we have now for Ethereum. So I think Ethereum right now does about 14 transactions per second. 14. That's why Ethereum gas fees are high. Right now, it is freaking $66 to do a Uniswap trade. And you might say to me, oh, but it was higher in the bull market. No. You don't understand. Everyone's poor now. Baby dolls, everybody's poor now. Everyone is 90% poorer now than 2021. Everybody who had $100,000 in 2021, I'm not exaggerating, they're down to $10,000. I'm not making this up. This is the truth. Everything's down 90%. The gas fees are almost the same. So this is rough. This is literally, you're driving your car, you pay for petrol, it's $50 to fill up your tank, and then next year it's $500. You're like, what the hell? It's literally the same thing. You still got your job and everything, but now it costs $500. That's the pain. We just went the other way. They made everyone poorer. So Vitalik, he uses some words like hexadecimal and all these other nerd words. I don't really understand this, but he basically says if you could just change a few lines of code, this 14 TPS, and he goes, if I just spent a few more weeks just doing some random stuff, just a few different sentences in the coding and the jizz and the jazz and the quantitative things, maybe this could be like 80 transactions per second. Which might not be super perfect, but man, it would be different. And I want you to think about what I'm about to tell you next. You see, at the top of the 2021 bull market, we were paying like $250 for a Uniswap trade, which is absolutely vomit. $250. Just imagine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 80 on 14 divided by 5. So let's actually divide it by 6. So just imagine instead of 300, let's say it was $250. Let's say instead of that, you could divide it by 6. Imagine that. Imagine the top of the Ethereum bull market with crypto in 2021. The gas fees were $42. I want you to think about that because right now they're like $60 and we're complaining already. Imagine you could divide that by 6. You'd have $10 today. Where am I going with this? Imagine back in 2015, they did these lines of code. They did these tiny little tweaks, these little decision lines and sentences that could make Ethereum faster and prevent this butterfly effect from flapping its wings and giving us the disaster today. Imagine they could have, instead of 14 TPS, imagine they had 80 TPS. If we were only paying $10 today, which is, by the way, still a lot, it's still a lot, but it ain't $60. If we're paying $10 for a Uniswap trade right now, a young man named Ricardo Corazon, Richard Hart, who's making PulseChain, it's possible he might have delayed this whole PulseChain endeavor until the next bull market when Ethereum probably outgrew completely. So we suffer with these prices because it's not really suffering. Like, no one was to know that crypto was going to grow thousands of X's in size. Nobody could have predicted it. We had no idea. No one had any idea. They could not believe the insatiable demand there is out there for people to come and speculate on Ponzi's and JPEGs, and transferring value on the internet. So because of this little butterfly effect, we feel the pain in 2021. But now, Ricardo, he got the product market fit set for PulseChain. So this now continues the journey. The baton gets to get carried on when it's eventually launched. And everyone's going to see, oh, wow, I don't need to pay $60 for a Uniswap trade. I can pay 6 cents. So I'd also like to remind you of something. In technology, there's a famous saying and trope they always talk about. They basically say, if you want to overtake a competitor, you got to be 10x better. And I'd like you to know that Bitcoin got so popular because transferring money internationally took like 3 days, but Bitcoin could do it in an hour. So think about that, from 72 hours down to 1 hour. Isn't that big? 1 on 72. So isn't that crazy? That's crazy. 100 divided by, that's big. Whatever that number is. 700 times 5, that's huge. So instead of a 10x, it was like 700x. I don't even know my maths right. But it's enormous improvement. And now you know why. Oh, wow, there's value to be transferred and we can do it fast. That's how the Bitcoin story began. We are now getting the opportunity to be 10x cheaper than Ethereum. This is huge. I understand other chains already exist and they're 10x cheaper, but other chains are not sticky. Their communities are mostly not sticky. Their communities, they're like adult workers, they just move around. They're like locusts. They don't really care. So they don't get bootstrapped by a community as big as a PulseChain Hex community. That's why it's different. When the launch comes, we'll make a strategy. If you want to get in, the short version is going to be, you're just going to have to DCA, buy every single week for the first 90 days, and that's it. You're just going to have to close your eyes, close your nose, still try to breathe, and we'll wait 2 years and see where it lands. Either zero or the moon. That's it. So, razor thin edge. Just imagine that they didn't get the chance to, let's switch that around. Let's say they did get the chance when they were making Ethereum to make it a bit faster. We wouldn't have problems enormous today. It would come in 4 years from now. So your fate and how it's intertwined, it comes down to just a few moments. It really is it's razor thin out there, baby dolls. You don't understand how razor thin it is out there. I'm going to give you other examples with traders and what I've been doing lately. So obviously, you want to talk about razor thin? This is Peppy. I have my picture from a previous video I want you to see. This box, when I was saying, hey, there's in this box, I was saying, look, man, you have every single major influencer shilling it. There's just so many warning signs. But you already know the point. I've explained it to you. It's not about trying to sell the exact top. It's about trying to understand when you're in a danger zone and when you're not. That's the whole point of it. If you never believe you're in a danger zone, then you're going to escape this one. But in 2 years from now, you're not going to escape. It's going to destroy you, just like everybody else. You want to avoid that. That's why you like, subscribe, bell button, order me. I want to show you this difference as well. So what I'm going to do here with you is I'm going to move the price increase from Peppy up to the top to see what it actually hit. This is crazy. I think it's about 133,000x. That's crazy. 133,000x. Crazy. We're going to have a little border, aren't we? Has to be a little border. So I want you to know when we put a log scale on here, look at the difference here, by the way. See that 133,000x? This is a 4-hour chart. You know how fast 4 hours goes by? Just 4 hours. That's how fast it goes by. Just imagine your friend bought Peppy on like a Monday morning when it launched, and you are not home. Let's say you're feeling a bit sick. You're like, whatever, I'll buy it tomorrow morning. Let's go see the difference in the return that you get if you bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you bought up here. So you don't get your 133,000x. You get a 110,000x. No. You only get a 1,100x. Wow. You see this? Look how much it's dropping already. And then, let's say you had another friend who was sick and they go, nah, I'm going to buy it tomorrow morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say they bought it up here. This is going to hurt when you see the difference in here. They only get 208x. Wow. You can see where this is going. Look how thin the edge is here. Do you want to play this game? I know I don't. Now, you can play, you can throw lottery bullets in if you really want. I'm letting you know. Meme coins, altcoins, this type of game, it ain't what it used to be. What it used to be was Bitcoin and Ethereum were making monthly candle highs and people were just throwing in money around to every meme and coin and new logo and stuff. Unfortunately, now there are a lot of greedy, evil scum. They're out to take our money and they do a lot of rugs. I'm going to show you. They do a lot of rugs. Like this coin, rugged. I noticed it's weird. They all, not even weird, right? You can't say this is weird. It's planned. Many of the meme coins, they just start rugging together. They started rugging within the same 12-hour window, 12 to 24-hour window, all of them. They just literally, one day you wake up, I got rugged in 2 days, 2 days ago with something as well, by the way. So it just instantly, bang, see you later, I'll take them. They just basically sell all the coins from the liquidity pool, close the channel, they're done. Very dangerous. This is the game. Now, if we were dealing in a world where you could buy 10 coins and you understood that 2 or 3 were going to be rugs, but one's going to hit you to 50, 100x, that's fine. That's what we did in 2020. That's exactly what the playbook was for 2020 and 2021. You buy 10 coins, 2 or 3 are going to be rugs, 3 to 5 are going to go nowhere, plus 2x maximum, plus 2 or 3 or 4x, that's it, or minus 50%. And like 1 or 2, one might hit a 10 to 20 banger, one might hit a 30 to 50 banger. That's your chances. We don't have that game anymore. Very unfortunate. Instead, you're seeing this. Meme coins rugging a lot in the past 24 hours. Most likely there are cross promoters and developers between all of them. Evil thieves. Eventually, the appetite for meme coins is fully gone because innocent people have lost too much money. This is what we're seeing now. We are seeing, and I'm actually watching Token Explorers, you're seeing about 4 to 5 coins launch with a logo every 1 or 2 days. So by the end of a week, you got about 30. Every month, there's 100. Every month, there's 100. And unfortunately, when you buy your coin, this is the difference. In 2020 and 2021, if your coin wasn't mooning in January, you had a chance it would moon in Feb, in March, in April, in May. By the end of the year, you had a chance. The game's different now. We are a bit too early, I believe. Because Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're under their all-time highs. We're not seeing this game anymore. You don't get to buy 10 coins and have this chance. Now there's 100 coins, and your coin that didn't move in January this year, everybody's forgotten about it because there's too many coins launching. So many. The game's different. You have to change your strategy. It's not going to work anymore. Like I said to you, I've walked away from my results I showed you at the beginning of this video. I've just walked away from it. I know how this turns out. I've been a trader my whole life. I understand when the edge is gone and you got to change, I'm ready to adapt straight away. It's not the strongest who survives. It's the one who can adapt the best. That's something you got to get through your beautiful little sweet peanut brain with me. So we got to look through this. I follow many people on Twitter, and I'm always looking around to see, hey, who's winning, who's not winning, etc. I'd like you to know something, right? Let's be completely honest. There are a lot of nice people out there. They're nice, they're kind. I know everybody's just anonymous on the internet, but it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Because you see Pepe and people are posting results of it, but I was there. I see the 50 altcoins that just went to zero. I see the next 50 that went to zero. And then the one after that and the one after that. And this is a unicorn one. And I'm very happy that this gives everyone hope that everybody could see a coin do freaking 130, 150,000 X in a month to show you what crypto is really all about. But this used to be a couple of coins doing it. Now it's just one. And when I see all these other people, I'm always browsing Twitter. I'm always checking to see, hey, are there other people? Are they winning? What's everyone's different styles? And I'd like you to know, quick summary for you. I've seen people, because I was trading in a prop firm. I've seen this happen before. That's why when it appears to me on Twitter, I could relay it to you straight away. There are people that have an edge, and then they see people making money elsewhere, so they tweak what they're doing and they go do something else. So there were people I know, I've seen them, they were mid-cap experts. So they were buying Arbitrum coins back in the second half of last year. So I think one of the coins is called like Camelot. This was like one of the one of the coins. I'm trying to get it. And its name was Grail. I thought it was Grain. Okay, so you get to see, this was one of the winners. So there were people who, they heard of this deck. Look at this. It's funny. Excalibur is an innovative and highly flexible DEX built to support the ARB ecosystem. This is why I saw it. I'm like, okay, you are the 150th DEX. What makes you different? Nothing. But people were in here and they're like, hey, we understand how they're going to grift everyone, etc., etc. They got in and look at this. You get a 22x, 23x from the bottom to the top. So there were these people who understood these like mid-cap type of DeFi, mid-curve things, and they made a bit of money on them. And what I did was I started following them. I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I can learn something. Is there any money and juice and edge here, competitive edge? Maybe I can share with my people. I can learn with it too, because they were able to buy end of last year. Then they had the Arbitrum token drop. I want you to know their results now. So their results aren't so pretty. You basically get to see that they were able to read one specific part of the market, and now that it's done, they're flopping off, just like this coin. They're basically going nowhere. This is a log chart, put it on linear. So see, this coin's going nowhere. All right, the coin's going nowhere. They're sitting here. They don't know what this thing. They think all of it. This is going to continue. Arbitrum's going to have another season, etc. What if it does this? Like, I don't know. What if it just does this? Are they ready for that? I don't know. I don't know if they're really new. I don't know how long they've been in the game, but I'm just letting you know this is rinse and repeat for me. People are what they're going to do is they're going to change the edge that they use, the edge that they think they have. They're seeing Pepe move. They're going to start deviating away from these, and they're going to end up just spinning their wheels. This is very, very common. I've seen this so many times. How do I know this? I've done this so many times. I'm doing really well in one thing, and I'm like, okay, I want to expand. I want to get bigger. I want to do this. I want to do that. Wrong. It always sucks every single time. You end up finding out whatever it is you're doing, you should increase your exposure and maximize your winners, your A+ wins. That's what you should be doing. Not trying to expand and be a cookie cutter with 15 different products. And I want you to know at the end of the day, I still keep an eye out for all of them. I want to know. So this is not, I also please encourage you, don't have this attitude of, oh, everyone sucks and nothing's going to work. Don't have that. You come in, open heart, open mind. We're ready. I'm ready to be impressed. Come on, where are you? This is what I see time and time again. I see people, they get one narrative right. They got the Arbitrum, and Arbitrum did the airdrop, and now we're watching it in real time. I'm watching this with you. You're seeing this fizzle out. Now, most of you, you're a baby doll baby cake. You have no affinity. You have no confidence in this chain completely taking over the world. You're just like, hey, if it does, it's cool, but you're neutral like me. But there are people really hard in Arbitrum, for example, and they're like, yes, this is going to be the next big thing. And I'm saying, wouldn't it be sad if they get it wrong and they realize, oh, crap, I don't actually know what I'm doing. But they'll never admit that until it's too late. So I hope this continues, but you're watching this happen in real time. Are they getting complacent right now? Is another chain going to launch, and are they going to get some sort of shakeup? You're watching this. This is the most important part. We get to see what happens. So never ever judge. Don't say like, okay, everything's going to be bad and nothing's going to work. We want to find things that work. We want to find people, ways of thinking that have a competitive edge against the crowd and what's going on. But when it comes to situations like this, I'm telling you, I've always been disappointed. Every time I find someone new, I'm like, oh, well, I can learn free knowledge, how they think. It always starts off good. It's literally like this chart. It always starts off good, and then you start spinning your wheels. And you realize, oh, they make a lot of mistakes, and they don't understand everything. And eventually, something's got to give. The table's going to crack. So you just got to make sure you're on the right side. What do you do now? So you're saying, okay, so you understand, you got to 1, stick to your competitive edge. Number 2, don't judge other people's ones, but respect them. And number 3, also remember, when people come across your timeline on your Twitter, wherever it is you are, and you're seeing results and P&L thrown in you because, say, Pepe went up, just remember what I keep saying. There's always someone new every 30 to 60 days. There's always a new way of thinking. There's always someone who got that thesis right, etc., etc. And this is coming from me. I bought a lot of meme coins in 2021. I understand meme coins. I've got videos on my YouTube here. Shout out to my boy Rescott Crypto, by the way. I understand meme coins, man. You can go to my YouTube. I have so many videos here to show you on memes. You understand, we got Poor Pleb. I've got more memes coming for you scheduled just to go through, like meme coin power. We understand memes, crypto powerful narratives. But even look at this. The lottery ticket of Pepe completely dwarfs any opportunity that you have to, say, buy 10 coins and try and make it. So that strategy, it's very blunt now. It's not as sharp as it used to be. We're going to have to find something else. This is why, after looking at everything, I keep telling you, 2023, even though from the bottom of my heart, I want our bags to pump to the moon, I'm telling you, most likely, you're just going to have to focus on 90% core, 10% lottery. Maximum 10% lottery. If that. Maybe make it 5. Give yourself a leeway. 90% core, this is not the year. I can see it around me, it's not the year. I understand, yes, some coins have gone up, but this is not the year, man. I want it to be the year so bad, still too early. I've even made a post to kind of show you. 2023, the year we're in, even though I really want it to be the killer year, this is the year of 2023. Crypto will show you that it's not dying, but also it's not ready to launch to new highs. You can feel it, friends. We're just down too much in price. And there's not enough things moving at the same time. So what's in it for next year? Well, probably 2024, crypto reclaims 50 to 80% of the damage done. So that refers to, like any coin, reclaiming, anyway, if you put this on a linear chart, you can see, reclaiming back into this box here, that range. So this is Hex, for example, reclaiming somewhere here. So somewhere in 2024, we are like, woo, we hope to party. That's the reclaim zone. That's everybody's like, all right, this is going to be the first big wave and there'll be a first big rejection and it will be everybody gearing up the animal spirits for 2025. And that's hopefully leads into 2025. Maybe there's a party. Maybe Bitcoin spot ETF. We don't know yet. But I'll finish it for you. I mean, we're still wrecked. Don't forget that. The time to throw all these is not here yet. It's still too much PvP, payer versus payer. Too many of the altcoin creators have dollar signs. They are happy to rug for $2,000. Like, come on, man. I got rugged. We got rugged for like, the liquidity pool had like $4,000 or something maximum at one point. They took like $2,000. These ruggers, you took $2,000. It's, man. It makes you wonder, like, maybe all of them seeing Peppy now, maybe the ruggers will pull off a bit in the next one. This is what we want to see. So I'm so thankful that Peppy's done 150,000x, and so should you, because this now sends a signal to other altcoin creators. They go, hey, what if we make it that big? That inspires them. And basically, it gets them not to sell too early so that the bag can pump. And this might be a continuation of what we see in 2024. But there's one glimmer of hope. And this is my final message for you. Because even though I'm pretty sure 2023 recovery, 2024 is what I call the reclaim year, where we reclaim all the damage finally of 2021, of everything dropping. And then 2025 is the party year. Even though I'm pretty sure that's happening, it's not 100% certainty. I still give it like a 50 to 65% chance of that happening. I still give a big fat decent chance, like 35% of this happening. Which is, we're going to read this together. There's a chance the crypto participants, they are getting smarter and more greedy. Hence, they will front run the next cycle by making us recover faster. And you might think, woohoo, we're going to get richer quicker. No. You recover faster, but you don't have a euphoric blow off to the multiples you would get if they waited until the end of 2025. Let's put it in another way. Bitcoin only stops at $88,000, but if they held off their guns, it would go to $180,000 at the end of this December, if this scenario plays out. Say Hex only goes to, say, $1, whereas if they held their guns by the end of 2025, it goes to $4. And I could go through many other coins and examples. This is one scenario we have to just be prepared to see, because it's not a 0% chance. There's a big fat chance it might happen. So that's how it can bite us one day. And it's still up in the air. We don't know yet. It's all a game of probability. What can you do from here? So even though it's scary, you already know what to do from here. You keep accumulating your bags. And remember, you don't do any leverage. You keep accumulating your spot bags because you understand that friendship is on the horizon, but it's not here yet. Tell mom and dad that you love them. I'll catch you soon, friends.